Green Tree Productions is proud to present Duncanville Weekly News. It's the good news just for the City of Champions, Duncanville, Texas. And now, here's your host, John Thompson.
Hello, world, America, Texas, and Duncanville, and welcome to this edition of Duncanville Weekly News for the middle part of December 2014. Glad you're logged on and watching. On this show, we're going to see some highlights from the Duncanville Christmas Parade and tree lighting that was held the other night. Also, we will go to the Hoops Corner and catch you up with highlights and a recap of what the Panthers and the Pantherettes have done in the last couple of weeks. But first, the city is preparing to have an event which you need to know about, because on Monday night, the 15th of December, at the Duncanville D.L. Hopkins Jr. Senior Center, the city is hosting an opportunity for all interested Duncanville citizens to attend, learn, and consider applying for a position on one of the city's boards or commissions. We had a couple of years there where the boards and commissions in Duncanville were pretty much ignored, slighted, and even members replaced with friends of the then mayor and her publication. Come find out how your voice can better be heard by being there, and the folks from City Hall are going to be there, and you can be involved in matters which you are most interested in, be it the parks, the library, zoning, economic development, and more. For all of the information on the city fair for boards and commissions, go to the city website and then to the boards and commissions section. That's Monday, December the 15th at the D.L. Hopkins Jr. Senior Center on James Collins. It's a chance for you to show your interest in helping our city through participation in one of the boards or commissions.
Hi, my name is Marlise Paragori. I'm the president of the Duncanville ISD Board of Trustees. My kids graduated in 2013, and I followed them through all the sports and band activities all through their years of high school at Duncanville. It's been a great season. Football is over, the weather is getting cold, and now I'm ready for some hoops!
Hoops? Did you say hoops? We gotcha hoops. Right here in the Hoops Corner on Duncanville Weekly News with all the highlights from the latest Duncanville Panther and Pantherette basketball games and a peek at upcoming games. The Hoops Corner is brought to you by James Memorial Chapel, Duncanville's only home-owned funeral home. Leon Miller Commercial Real Estate Properties on Main Street. Need some space? Call Leon at 972-709-7181. Fry Integra Insurance Services, your hometown insurance agency for 30 years for all insurance types. Call 972-296-9786 for John or Todd. By the Wolverton Company, serving Duncanville's heating and cooling needs for longer than anybody can remember. 972-296-COOL. Jim McDonald's State Farm Insurance Agency, right here in Duncanville on Main Street. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Jim are there. And by Ambit Energy. You have power options. Call energy specialist Don McBurnett at 214-918-9981. You'll be glad you did. And now, in the Hoops Corner, here's John with all the Hoops highlights.
Hello, Duncanville basketball fans, and welcome back to the Hoops Corner, where both the Panthers and the Pantherettes have had a couple of busy weeks since the last time we reported in. And let's get right straight to the highlights and start this time with the Panthers. After participating in the Pasadena McDonald's invitation, they returned back to the Metroplex, and here's how they did. The Panthers returned to the Metroplex, but went over to Fort Worth and played Fort Worth O.D. White, and they whooped them 76-46, with Matthew leading the way. 10 Panthers were in the scoring column in that game. What? A home game? Yeah. The Panthers participated in the Thanksgiving Hoop Fest at the Sandra Meadows Arena Saturday night and met Little Rock, Arkansas's Hall High School, and it was a slow starting offensive game as both teams shot poorly. And Matthew closes out the first quarter with a shot you might recognize. 3 from the top. And after one, it's 8-7. Hall Warriors of Little Rock. Chris is one-on-one, misses, but Jalen snares it and gets it to Austin for an easy 2. Later, Jabriant Smith takes it to the hoop for 2 and 1. Matthew gets it to Austin and he scores. Chris makes the good pass to Jabriant. Then he makes a great pass to Matthew as the lead goes back and forth. There are some of the folks that know what they're watching. And at the half, it's 23-19 Panthers. In the third, Jalen makes a quick left-handed pass to Austin for the hoop. Then hits nothing but the net. 4-3 from the top. Midway through the third, Jabriant gets it to Austin, who scores and is fouled in the act of shooting. Jalen drives, stops, and pops. And then on a break, Matthew is well defended, but Cameron is there to finish the deal. Next possession, Matthew drains a three-point shot. And after 3, it's still close as the Panthers lead by 2. In the fourth, Coach Chisholm decided to slow things down and shoot free throws, and Austin hits one. And then Matthew hits a couple. Chris adds one. And then with time ticking off the clock, Matthew is ahead of the pack to put the finishing touches on this one. Final, Panthers 58 and Little Rock Hall 47. Matthew had 18 and Austin scored 12 as the Panthers get win number 6 on the season. Then on Tuesday night, what? 2 home games in a row? The Panthers played their traditional pre-district game with the Mesquite Skeeters. This year it's here, usually a close game, but not this year as the Panthers were patient with their first possession, making 9 passes after taking the tip before Jalen finds Austin in traffic for a layup. Then Matthew hits a long three-point shot, and when Chris makes this rebound and put back, it's 9-0 Panthers midway through the first. Matthew again drives, scores, and is fouled. And then on a break, it's Chris to Jalen for 2 more. And after 1, it's 23-9 Panthers. In the second, Matthew hits another three-point bomb from the near corner. Then freshman Zach Thomas makes a nice drive and bucket. And so does Chris for 2 and 1. Then Chris feeds Austin for 2 more. And at the half, it's a 15-point Panther lead. In the third, Matthew hits another 3-point shot, as does Cameron. And when Cameron misses, Ippy is there for the rebound and hoop. As the clock ticks down, Zach hits another 3-point shot. And after 3, the Panthers' lead is 64-42. In the fourth, Chris makes the good pass to Ippy for 2 more. It's 2-on-1. And Chris makes another good pass. This one, an alley-oop to Matthew for the throwdown. Jalen from 16. Good. Matthew from 20. Good. A lot of ball control later. Final, Panther 75 and the Skeeters 53. Matthew scored 27. Austin and Cameron had 12 apiece as the Panthers are now 12-2 on the season. On the weekend, the Panthers participated in the Austin Anderson Classic and on Thursday beat Fort Bend Dulles 73-43 with Matthew leading the way, and later beat Plano 73-48 with Matthew, Jalen, and AA leading the scores again. On Friday, the Panthers played host team Austin Anderson, the Trojans, and weren't very nice guests, winning 79-57. Jalen led 4 players in double figures. Later Friday, the Panthers played and beat Galena Park North Shore by 10 with Jalen leading the same 4 players with double figure scoring. Then on Saturday, in the final game of the, quote, tournament, unquote, the Panthers met a team from Australia that was on their way to play around the world with a team of all-stars from around the world. And the Panthers made them remember Duncanville, handing them a 69-56 loss with Matthew scoring a season-high 28 points. And he was also named the tournament most valuable player as he scored over 100 points in the 5 games. Congratulations, Panthers and Matthew. Now the Panthers will finish up their non-district schedule, play a couple of non-district games, then start district, and here's their upcoming games. The Panthers will travel down to Hillsboro to play Colleen Harker Heights on Tuesday, and then Friday have another home game hosting Carrollton Newman Smith. Then on Monday, for some reason, they have a game at Waco High School, and then Friday start their district play with the doubleheader with the Pantherettes hosting Mansfield.
Jane's Memorial Chapel is the only family-owned funeral home in Duncanville and is proud to offer caring and dedicated services from familiar friends. Rick Janes and his family, the owners of Jane's Memorial Chapel and Funeral Home, have served Duncanville area families in their time of loss since 1998. A beautiful and spacious chapel is offered, and Jane's serves all cemeteries. When it comes to finding people you can trust in a time of need, you can turn to Jane's Memorial Chapel. No one else knows families better. 811 South Cockrell Hill in Duncanville.
The Pantherettes actually slowed down their schedule a little bit the last couple of weeks, playing only individual games, no tournaments, and here's what they did. The Tuesday night before Thanksgiving, the Pantherettes traveled up to South Lake Carroll to play the Lady Dragons, who are 6-1 in the early season going. And to say this was a slow offensive start for both teams would be an understatement, as it was 3 minutes into the game before the first score on this turnaround bank shot by Sierra. Then Kyla nails a 17-foot shot. See again from the baseline as the Pantherettes grab a small lead midway through the first quarter. Zay drives the lane and hits a floater. And after one, it's 12-9 Pantherettes. The Lady Dragons tied it early in the second. And this interception and driving layup gave them the lead. And Coach Self Morgan calls timeout and puts her hands on her hips. And when she does that, you know she doesn't like the way things are going. Sure glad Sierra didn't miss the bus as she scores again down low as the teams trade baskets and turnovers. And at the half, it's 23-23. At halftime, Kevin Ozzie, the former Duncanville athletic director, who went to South Lake for 6 years and is headed for Arlington ISD as AD, and I posed for all the photographers that were there. The fun for the Lady Dragons was kind of over after halftime as C opens with another turnaround in the lane, and then Maddie gets on the board with that delicate shot. Rosie hits a banker for 3 points as some of the Duncanville fans look on in South Lake on Tuesday night. As the clock ticks down to end the third quarter, Sierra shows she can hit from the outside too, banking home a 16-foot shot at the buzzer, and it's 41-30 Pantherettes after three. Zay steals and gets it ahead to Tay Davis for a layup. On this play, Kyla, number 12, is fouled by number 21 of the Lady Dragons at midcourt, and it looked like the officials called two different fouls and had a little disagreement with each other as the coaches and fans wait while they decide. Bobby is a little confused, and Ray is frowning. Lots of free throws down the stretch as Maddie hits one. And Coach Self Morgan slows down the pace. But in the stands, nothing slowed down. Kyla spots Maddie undefended. Sierra again hit free throws. Then Kyla. Then Sierra again. And Coach Self Morgan gives her players some late game advice. One final free throw from Kyla finished it. Final, Pantherettes 54 and South Lake Carroll 40. Sierra led all the scores with 27 points, and Coach Kathy Self Morgan wins number 1001. The traditional Friday after Thanksgiving game this year was at Bishop Lynch, and they have a new gym with pull-out stands on both sides, but only one side was pulled out for us. Early on, Sierra sets the stage with Madison's pass, and later a turnaround baseline shot. Tay hits a 17-foot shot, and then Zay pulls up and hits a three-pointer. And Asia drains a baseline shot as the Pantherettes build a 5-point lead after one. There's some of the Pantherette fans at Bishop Lynch on the Friday afternoon after Thanksgiving. In the second, Rosie pops a 16-foot shot. On this inbounds play, Tay into C, and she spins and scores. Kyla is in, and she hits a three-point shot as the teams swap baskets. And the Pantherette lead at the half is now 11 points. In the third, Asia has a toe on that arc on the floor, but 2 points will work. Maddie to C. Again, 2 and 1. Later, Kyla into Corey. And she makes a quick move and scores. The Lady Friars have the ball late in the quarter and hit a shot at the buzzer, and after 3, it's 50-27 Pantherettes. In the fourth quarter, Asia makes a hoop on a break, and then Tay into C for 2 more. It's 3-on-2. And Tay makes the right pass to Zay for the basket. As usual, free throws down the stretch, and Corey converts one here. As does Rosie. And it's over. Final, Pantherettes 67 and Bishop Lynch 40. C had 19, Corey 14, and Zay 10 as the Pantherettes win number 10 on the season. Then on Tuesday, finally, after 14 games away, a home game versus a very highly ranked Dallas Skyline. And this game was all it was cracked up to be as the Pantherettes trail 4-0 after 2 minutes. But they inbounds to Sierra, who does her lane work to get on the board. Down by 3. Midway through the first, Kyla makes a good fake and pops a baseline shot. It's a break. And Maddie makes the good pass to Tay, who scores and is fouled as the Pantherettes take a small lead. Kyla has got this shot down as she drives, stops, and pops a baseline shot. And after one, it's 14-13 Pantherettes. We know what she can do inside, but when Sierra hits a three-point shot, some of the Skyline fans said that ain't fair. And after a bunch of free throws, it's still a 1-point lead at the half. In the third, Maddie finds a cutting KP for 2. KP's on a roll as she banks home a well-defended shot. You try to find a play that makes a difference, and Zay's three-point hoop was it in this game. C hits a 17-foot hoop. In the fourth, Coach Seth Morgan again opts to hold the ball and just shoot free throws, but here's a close-up of Maddie spotting Rosie for a layup, and with a little over a minute to go, it's a 3-point lead. Free throws by Zay. And Maddie make it a 4-point lead. And then Zay makes it 6. And later, the Pantherette lead is 7. And that was that. as the Pantherettes whip Skyline 49-42. C had 15. KP scored 12 for win number 11 on the season. Then after the game, since you can't understand what he is saying because of the embarrassing sound system that we have at the arena, Superintendent Dr. Alfred Ray announced and honors Pantherette coach Kathy Self-Morgan for winning her 1,000th victory as a Texas high school basketball coach, and she did it in Houston with the win over San Antonio Brennan in the Silver Division Championship game 10 days ago, and has won 3 since. Talking about a legend in her own time. And all these players were part of it. Five of 7 school board trustees were on hand for this occasion. Congratulations, Coach Kathy Self-Morgan. Then on Friday, the Pantherettes hosted Dallas Bryan Adams, the Lady Cougars, in what many folks would call a sandwich game, a game you play after and a game you play before two normally well-known good teams, and getting excited to play an unknown Dallas Bryan Adams team is hard to do, and the Pantherettes didn't, as they kept this one close. Early on, KP makes a nice drive and score to tie things, trailing by 7. Zay spots Maddie as she makes a left-handed layup. Here's some good ball movement as an inbounds play works. It's Nisha to Asia, back to Nisha, and to Sierra as the Pantherettes play catch-up. Some late quarter free throws gave the Pantherettes a 17-16 lead after 1. Down by 1 again, the Pantherettes C stays after this rebound, scores, and is fouled to regain the lead. Later, down by 2, Nisha evens the score with this smooth jump shot. And with the Lady Cougars stuck on 22, Maddie scores on a breakaway layup. And after the Lady Cougars hit a three-point shot, Sierra answers for the Pantherettes, who lead 31-25 at the half. Rosie opens the third with a smooth 17.5-foot shot, and then gets it to KP, who is well defended, misses, but Maddie is there. She's not going to be denied as she battles for 2 and an 11-point lead. On this inbounds play, Rosie gets it to Zay, who drives and passes it off the backboard to KP. He was open as the Pantherettes build their lead to 11 after 3. Corey Leary makes a nice baseline drive and reverse layup in the fourth, and Sierra takes it to the hoop. Then Kyla hits a smooth 17-footer. Corey starts and finishes this play with a little help from Asia and Maddie. Nisha adds a late game free throw. And the Pantherettes win their 12th game of the season. This one over Dallas Bryan Adams, 60-55. Sierra had 14. Maddie scored 12 as 8 Pantherettes were in the scoring column. The Pantherettes still have a single non-district game to go before they head into their District 8 6A play. And here's their upcoming situation. On Tuesday, they will host the Arlington Martin Lady Warriors in the final non-district game, and then begin district on the 12th at the Grand Prairie Lady Gophers. On Tuesday the 16th, DeSoto will be here, and then the first doubleheader game with the Panthers will be Friday the 19th when Mansfield is in town. We'll be back on December the 23rd with highlights of those games, the Panthers, and more. As we close, let's see some highlights from Friday night's Duncanville Christmas Parade and tree lighting. And we'll be back on December the 23rd. Hope you have a safe time leading up to the Christmas holidays. Thanks for watching.
Oh,